I depends on the situation, but I don't prefer that for my clients unless there's mitigating circumstances. I really like the short pay process because a lot of times we can get pretty close to the value of the home.
Oh, absolutely, you can just get them out of there even.
Exactly.
And it's a paid as agreed mortgage.
Exactly. And what I like to do is minimize damage, because when you do a short pay, it doesn't show up as a foreclosure on their credit. It doesn't show up anything other than settled or...
it's settled for less than owed, and that's even worse than a bankruptcy.
Yeah, so I like to do the short pay, and I think that it's a great option for people, but obviously every situation is different. But at least you get the opportunity to minimize the damages.
Absolutely, and have a choice at least.
Yeah, because otherwise if you do a deed in lieu of foreclosure, if you give the deed back to the lender, what happens is that they'll establish their own value.
That's
and
correct.
Whatever that value is, it's probably going to be established to benefit them, not you.
Absolutely.
So that's why we like to protect our clients, and this is very important for our viewers to know this.
Yes.
So what do you suggest our viewers to do to avoid these situations?
Well, I think the most thing is when you get into that situation where you are behind, I think that you need to confront it. Too often people don't want to ask for help. They don't want to be embarrassed. The problem is what's more embarrassing is that, red no good on your door. So if you know you're in that situation and you're now 45 days behind and you don't see any chance of coming up with those back payments, then you get a hold of an experienced realtor right then and there and deal with it then, because once you hit foreclosure, it's a lot more difficult to even negotiate with a buyer because they're trying to be predatory on your weakness.
Okay, so before you get in a situation where you're desperate, it's a good idea to talk to professionals, and I recommend to talk to a loan agent like yourself as well, because you have a lot of experience with all of these topics, and you can guide them to a professional that can help them.
Oh, so many people lost their homes that had equity because they didn't want to ask for help. Absolutely.
Wow.
Find out what kind of loans are out there. Is there any way I can, save this?
Wow.
Before you get there.
So the moral of the story, and to wrap up today, is to make sure you talk to your professionals, make sure that you understand everything completely, and choose these professionals wisely, because they have a big impact in how this turns out.
Absolutely. Do your background check.
Wonderful. What I've seen in my clients, what they enjoy is the proximity to practically everything. You're close to the beaches, you're close to the shopping, you're close to the movie studios, you're right next to the city, the west side access is easy. Do you feel your clients enjoy that as well?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they can, they can go anywhere they want in either direction, and be there in, in 20 minutes or 30 minutes or 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's what's great about the Valley. And another thing is what you get for your money is incredible, because if you look at, for example, some of the homes in the Encino Hills and the Sherman Oaks and Studio City that border Beverly Hills, that border Bel Air, these homes, the values are completely different. You can get almost identical homes for a fraction of the cost in the Valley than you would on the west side.
Oh, absolutely. And people actually from the west side are starting to make their way over here.
Yeah, I see a lot of people going from the west side to Sherman Oaks and Encino, because it's an incredible area. The homes are very nice.
It's cleaner.
Yeah, there's a lot of benefits, and you're right there. You can just take the Mulholland Corridor and you're down Beverly Glen to the west side or wherever you need to be.
Yep.
And that's why it's so important for the viewers to choose a professional and someone that has the skill set and resources necessary to produce great results for them, because as you saw from our show today, that it's very important that they have that knowledge to carry through these situations that can be real challenging to work with. And I want to thank everyone and thank Jeff for coming to the show today. And it's a pleasure to give you this information, and I hope it helps you in your future home purchases and financing.